Hello, I'm Courtney Alex and I'm an intuitive. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you tools for energetic centering so that you can get deeper in touch with your own intuition. So whether you're an empath, a sensitive person, or just an all-around modern human, quite possibly your energy gets thrown off center sometimes. I know that mine does. And that's because, as the saying goes, where your mind goes, energy flows. And a lot of us are thinking about 1,000 different things at the same time. And so when that happens, it's quite normal for us to feel off center, but it's a lot easier to go with the flow and to know what direction we really want to go in, what direction would really suit us and align with who we are at our core when we're pulled in. And so I'm sitting in front of this beautiful redwood tree grove. These guys are super in their center and they always know where they're going to demonstrate this practice. So with that being said, let's start. And one more thing I'm going to say is that as you practice this, you're going to get really acquainted with what it feels like to have your energy totally in center. And you're going to feel it in the body. And when you know what it feels like in your body, you can really come back to it at any time, no matter where you are. So this is a really great one to practice. So go ahead and close your eyes. And notice that because you are just looking at your phone or your computer, your energy is likely out in front of you, sort of still with that phone or the computer or whatever you were just looking at, right? Because we were just focused on it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull our energy back by focusing on our spine for a second. And so really feel your spine from the base of the pelvis all the way up to the crown center of the head. Go ahead and make sure you're comfortable, of course. And so really feeling your spine, and you can draw a line with your inner eye or just feel your spine. And you can imagine that line all the way from the base of the pelvis, going all the way up the center of the back, to the upper back, all the way up the neck, the base of the skull, up the back of the head, and to the crown center. Nice. And then we're going to go ahead and draw a line up the front of the body. You can even use your finger if you like, to draw a line all the way up from the center, the base of the pelvis, up through the center of the stomach, center of the chest, neck, face, and all the way up to the crown center of the head. Good. Now imagine that you had something like a spine going all the way up through the middle of the body, the center, from the base of the pelvis, or the perineum or yoni, all the way up to the crown center of the head. Feeling your core energetic channel there. And you can just imagine a line of light or just feel yourself in the center of your body. What does it feel like to be between the front of your body and the back of the body? Between the stomach and the small of your back, perhaps. Or the front of the heart and back of your heart. Really feel that center line. And for some people this is not that easy, and so we're going to do a little exercise to compare where some of us may be holding our energy some of the time and really get it back center. And if you're already centered, then great. You can just stay here. Or you can do this fun little exercise that I like to call walking around the aura. And I learned this from my brilliant teacher, Deborah Lynn Katz. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually see if we can take a little energetic avatar of ourselves and pull it back behind us. And this might feel super awkward, but go ahead and just imagine that you are standing behind yourself. not too far away, wherever feels comfortable. Almost as if you could take a look at the back of your body, the back of your head. You could give yourself a little pat on the back of the heart. You give yourself a hug from the back. And see what it feels like to energetically pull back. And again, it might feel super awkward. You may have no idea what I'm talking about, but just stick with me for a second. And just notice if you're visualizing this, or you just know that you're standing behind yourself, or if you really get a sensation in the body, or all three. Maybe you hear a sound that signifies that you're doing this. There are a lot of different ways that we all intuit energetic information. And we all interpret it differently too. So go ahead and really see what it feels like to stand behind your body. Then we're going to take a little walk around to the left side. So now we're going to imagine that we're just standing beside ourselves on the left side of our body, maybe looking at our profile if you're really great at visualization. If not, you can just feel what that body sensation feels like. But just imagine that you can see the profile from the left side, how beautiful you look. You can see the profile of your face, your posture, the way you're seated on the chair. Maybe you can see your feet touching the ground. Really see what it's like to be on the left side of your body. Maybe you get a sensation. Maybe the body itself has a little bit of pain or energetic density or energetic numbness somewhere. Whatever it is, just notice. And maybe you're getting memories come up, and that's cool. If you're getting memories come up, those probably contain information. For most people, energetically, this is the feminine side of the body. No matter what gender you are, you have a feminine side and a masculine side. And for a lot of people, this is the feminine side of the body. And so you may be getting memories coming up that want to tell you something about standing on the feminine side of your body. And this is not you getting distracted. This is you actually tapping into your intuition. And now come back center, and that should feel really good. And then we're going to go for another little walk, and we're going to go front now, which should not feel as good as it did before, but it should feel familiar. A lot of us hold our energy out in front of us a lot of the time. We're thinking about the future, or maybe we're talking to someone and we want to be seen a certain way, or we spend a lot of time looking at something in front of us, right? And so go ahead and maybe you can take your little energetic avatar and look at yourself in the face, and again, see how beautiful you look, how open your heart is. See your posture, how you're seated on your chair, how your feet are touching the ground. From the front of the body, you can even sit in your lap. You can be playful with it. And then come back center. And then last, we're going to stand on the right side of our bodies. And this should feel a little bit different from standing on the left, since for a lot of us, this is our masculine side. And just see what you notice standing on the left side. Maybe your little energetic avatar is looking at you from the right, checking out your profile and seeing how it looks a little bit different from the left, but still beautiful. Maybe you can give yourself a little hug from this side, pat on the shoulder, congratulating yourself for doing this exercise. And again, maybe you feel some stiffness or soreness or wonderful feelings in the body. And then let's come back to center now, and that should feel much better. And let's just hang out here for a second and really get a feel for this position. How does it feel when your energy is totally contained in your body? when your body is like a container, sort of, or like a cup filled up with your own liquid. Really get a sense for that. Are you visualizing a certain color filling up your body? Do you feel a certain texture? Maybe you feel a certain part of your body, like your navel or below your navel, really strongly. This is our center of gravity, right? Maybe you even feel your seat in the chair, and that's great. Maybe you feel your heart center because you're ready to move from your heart today. Now we're going to open our eyes slowly. And maybe don't look at the computer screen. Maybe look at a spot on the wall and see if you can get a feel for what it's like to be center with your eyes open. And so at the count of 3, we're going to open. 1, 2, 3. Nice. And thank you everybody for joining me today. And for more information, you can visit my website.